Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, back again for another NHL 17 franchise mode following our Carolina Hurricanes. And it's time for some playoffs here in year number 3. So it was a crazy last video that we had where the Carolina Hurricanes were, I believe, sitting in a wild card spot or second in the division, had a rough kind of month after the trade deadline, but went on an absolute tear for the final months, the final games to end off the season. And the Carolina Hurricanes ended up winning the Metropolitan Division, so we have the top seed in our side of the bracket. And we get to play the Washington Capitals in our first round matchup for winning the division. Pretty fun, isn't it? So that's our prize for beating the winning the division, is we have to play the Washington Capitals, which is always super fun. So, what I think I am going to do is I'm going to kind of play the game, and I want to see what their lineup looks like here in Washington. I'm going to do it this way because I know a lot of you guys have always wanted me to do the lineup screen kind of this way to see exactly who we're facing and what kind of team we're going to be facing. So I'll show you guys my lineups once again, as you already know. Skinner, Rask, and Tyler Johnson on line 1, Teravainen, Jordan Staal, Elias Lindholm on line 2, Nolan Patrick, Antoine Vermette, and Justin Williams filling in for Valentin Zykov right now on the third line. And then Phil DiGiuseppe, Jay McClement, and TJ Gagliardi on the fourth. Defensively, Jake Bean and Justin Falk, Slavin and Hanifin, Pesci and Hayden Fleury, with Ben Bishop in the cage. So their forward core: Nicholas Backstrom, 92. Alexander Ovechkin, 94. Evgeny Kuznetsov, 89. Sam Gagner, 84. TJ Oshie, 88. Jacob Vrana, 85. Marcus Johansson, 86. Andre Burakovsky, 84. Brett Connolly, 83. Tom Wilson, 83. Tom Wilson, 84. John Mitchell, 78. Jay Beagle, 81. And then Riley Barber, 83 overall. Okay, so that is their forward core. Their top 6 looks pretty good. If I would assume it's Backstrom, Ovi, and Kuznetsov maybe on the wing. They probably have Backstrom, Ovi, and Oshie as line number 1. Line 2 is probably Kuznetsov, maybe Vrana, maybe Johansson's in there as well. Vrana, Burakovsky. I don't know. Their top 6 and a little bit of their top 9 is pretty good. Fourth line doesn't look too crazy, but yeah, maybe it's the depth of the Washington Capitals that they lack a bit. They definitely have the studs like Ovi and Backstrom that we're going to have to shut down because Kuznetsov and Oshie, but it looks like they may lack a little bit depth-wise on forward. Defensively, Matt Niskanen, 87, Dmitry Roloff, 85, Masson Bowie, 84, Johnny Boychuk, 85, Tyler Lewington, 79, Jacob Kindle, 80, and Darren Dietz, 76. So how many defensemen is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, their top 6 is not good if they're running Lewington and Kindle, or yeah, if they're rocking Lewington and Kindle for defense, that's not great at all, to say the least. They don't have Carlson. They don't have Carlson or Alsner anymore. So they must have either traded them away or they wouldn't have retired right now. Wow, that's pretty surprising that they got rid of John Carlson and Carl Alsner. Interesting. So Matt Niskanen is pretty much their only guy right now, and Orlov. So 87, I think, is their best overall defenseman. We have that beat. We have 2 of which higher than 87. And then goaltenders, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem right there, Brian Holtby, for sure. All right, so goaltenders, they have us beat. Defense, we have them beat. Offense, they have the much better studs, but I think we have a much more rounded lineup than Washington does. Well, I would say even the Cavs might have a better offense than we do, because their top 6 definitely trumps our top 6. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's the kind of lineup we need to run into here. I don't know when Valentin Zykov's going to come back, possibly in this series, but to get some wins early against this Capitals team would be nice, because they definitely have the ability to score, and we need to shut them down for sure. But playoffs are first time here in Carolina for a while. We are the top seed, so maybe we should play like a top seed. Who knows? Here we go. First period against Washington. And it is a 0-0 score. 13 shots to 7 after 1. Second period, 0-0 still. 27 shots to 16. So Washington is definitely out shooting the Hurricanes here in this game, which is not what I like. Ben Bishop is kind of keeping us in this game by a good bit, and until that goal right there by Marcus Johansson at the point, 1-0 lead for the Capitals. Braden Holtby playing like a man on a mission, 5-on-4 power play for the Caps. They do kill it off, but Carolina, can we get a goal? No, we cannot. Andrei Burakovsky will get one there, and that is it. A 2-0 shutout win for Braden Holtby and the Washington Capitals in game number 1. And Washington already has kind of taken a stranglehold in the series. You don't lose a playoff game till you lose a game at home, and we did just that on the first game of the series, losing at home. Not really great. Christian Ehrhoff, located arm, July 2nd. Ooh, he is done. Okay, so Christian Ehrhoff's done for the year. All right, we need to hold a meeting here, boys. Let's get back under control here. No worry. We need to demand ahead of these guys. It's times like these when we get the measure of a team where the paper's gonna write tomorrow. Damn right. This team likes to be be told what to do by a head coach who's a very demanding head coach. Wow, almost every road team didn't win. Actually, that's exactly how it went. Every road team won in the first game of the series. That's pretty nuts. Every road team won the first game. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so I didn't want to go under stats. I'm going to simulate here. If we lose this game, I might make some lineup changes. But for right now, let's see how we do in game number 2. Still at home, but we need to split this series at least before we head back to Washington. Here we go. First period. 2-2. Okay, Nolan Patrick starts us off. Matt Niskanen ties it. Teuvo Teravainen gives us a 2-1 lead, and then Nicholas Backstrom ties it right back up on Ben Bishop. So 2-2, 14 shots to 7, doubled them up. 2 goals and 7 shots already though from Bishop. Not great, but it's tied nonetheless. Second period, 3-2. Jacob Vrana. I had a feeling he was going to be a guy who kind of low-key would really hurt us in the series. Jacob Vrana. He's 85 overall down there and probably like a third or second line, which is really going to hurt. But come on, Carolina. We need to tie us up. Power play goal for Marcus Johansson again. Good thing is we're keeping Ovi and Backstrom off the board. Well, Backstrom scored in the first period, but still, we're keeping them off the board. But Washington's offense, I think, is just a little bit too much for us to handle here. Yep, Brett Connolly 5-2. Get one back. Victor Rask 5-3, but too late. We put up a lot of shots. We put almost 40 shots on Holtby, but he stops 36 of 39, and Washington takes game number 2, 5-3, and we need to change something up here in Carolina for sure. 2 games in, and we lost both of them. I feel like we weren't a team that really shows for our record. I feel like we were a much worse team than our record is, but that might be the change that we need. Valentin Zykov coming back into the lineup here. All right, so what do I want to do? I definitely want to take Gagliardi off. And we're going to put Valentin Zykov back into the third line position, which is what we definitely need to do. Zykov is back. And, you know, I think that's pretty much all I can change here. There's no real reason to mess with anything else, to be honest. We just need... But we need a change, though. What do we do here? What do we do? Do I move Stahl back up? Yeah, I'm going to move Stahl back up there. Rask. We're not really scoring goals all too much. I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to move Stahl back up to the first pair. And Valentin Zykov will be put back in there. Need to hold the team meeting because we're down 2-0. I'm going to try, you know what, I'm just going to go demanding again. Yep, everybody seems to like it. I feel like the grinders and stuff like that, but it's not really the top players getting the morale boost that I need. So 2-0 hole we're sitting in. Valentin Zykov is back. We're going to Washington. Once again, I really should have made some kind of change to this team, but I'm going to see how they play. Here we go. First period in the Verizon Center. Tough place to play. Nothing. 5 shots to 12. Man, they are just keeping us at bay right now. They are keeping us at bay. Second period, 2-0. Okay. Valentin Zykov comes back into the lineup and gets a goal. Nolan Patrick as well. The third line might have gotten a little bit of a revival right there. 2 goals there in the third period. Zykov and Patrick. I like that a lot. Now we go into the third period, though. Washington has put up a lot of goals in this third period so far in this series, but I need a big period here from Bishop. And I need a big period from the defense. There you go. Justin Williams gets moved back down to the third line, gets himself a goal. 3-0 lead for Carolina. 5-on-4 power play. 4-0. Jake Bean puts it up, saves some goals for game number 4, guys, because Ben Bishop just posts a shutout in game number 3, and that's the kind of game we definitely needed right there. As we get ourselves back into this series, put up 4 goals on the Caps, 4 on Braden Holtby. And we take game number 3, 4-0. That's definitely the game I needed from Ben Bishop for sure. So we get one back into the series. Zykov loses in round because of ice time. I don't know how, because you scored a goal. Stop the AHL the AHL regular season is over. We're in the playoffs. Good, up against the Manitoba Moose. I was about to say, I do not see us anywhere. All right, let's hold a team meeting again. I want to try something different this time. So we're down 2-1 once again. No team wants to be down in the playoffs, but I thought we had a great team who thrived under pressure. Was I wrong? We need to play smart. You know what? Let's be I don't want to be assertive. A lot of these guys are young. Let's calm them down. Okay, nobody likes calming nature on this team. Nobody wants calming nature on the team. Okay, that might have really pissed everybody off. But you know what? I'm not going to change that. Maybe Valentin Zykov being put back into the lineup is what the team needed. We scored 4 goals, and Ben Bishop had a fantastic game. So let's get right back at it. Except the first shot from Ovi. We've kept him off the board for 3 games. Except tonight, first shot from him is into the net 20 seconds in. Not a good start, guys. Come on. First period, 2-2. Okay, we'll take that. Phil DiGiuseppe and Victor Rask get us a 2-1 lead at one point, but then Andrei Burakovsky ties the game with 12 seconds left. 2-2 tie, 14 shots to 11. Second period, 4-2. Ovi gets a hat trick. Shit on my dick, man. Shit on my dick. Alexander Ovechkin posts a hat trick in game number 4. Teuvo Teravainen gets us back within 1, though. It's 4-3. Come on, we need one late here. Come on, boys. Keep them off the board and get one late. Keep them off the board and get one late. Come on. Come on, come on. 4 minutes left, 3. Come on, somebody. 1 minute left. 1 minute 7. Empty netter for Dmitry Orlov. Alexander Ovechkin, 4-goal night. We kept him off the board for 4 games, and then Ovi just unleashes the Hellgates and puts up 4 freaking goals. 4 assists for Backstrom, too. That was not the kind of game we needed right there. That was not the game we needed. We did not need that to happen. Down 3-1 in the series. This might be a short playoff run for us, guys. I had a feeling our team was like not ready for like a playoff run, but all right. They don't like calming. They don't like well, they do like demanding. Motivating. Do you guys like to be motivated? Nope. The whole team hates to be motivated. All right. Well, I think this one might be Rip City right now. Back at home again. We lost both games at home so far. Down 3-1. We are going to need to force a game 7 here in Carolina. First period, 1-0 Madison Bowie. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I really don't. 13 shots to 9. Second period, 2-0 Evgeny Kuznetsov. That might seal the deal right there, guys. That might seal the deal. We just couldn't keep their superstars off the board for a certain time, and Braden Holtby might be putting up a stellar game right here. Yep. That's it. That'll do it. Carolina, very short playoff run, 5 games out to Washington as we get shut out in game number 5, and we are out in 5 games. See, that was pretty much our reward right there for winning the Metropolitan Division. Any way you looked at it, we would have had to play Pittsburgh, Washington, or Columbus. There was really no winning any of those situations looking at it. Like, do you want to play Ovi, Backstrom, and Holtby? Do you want to play Crosby, Malkin, and Matt Murray, or Hayden Fleury? Do you want to play the young guns of the Columbus Blue Jackets and Sergei Bobrovsky? Any way you looked at it, this Carolina team was in for a extremely tough matchup, no matter how you looked at it. We stole 1 game thanks to Ben Bishop, but this team just really couldn't get... They really couldn't get anything rolling right now, and their goal scoring kind of just shriveled up at that point. You know what? I think it's time that we are assertive. Actually, yeah, we didn't go assertive yet, and pretty much everybody hates us. So this team just likes to be demanded. That's really what's the option. We need to get the best out of our team is to be demanded, but whatever. That's how it happens. Like I said, we were up against a tough team like Washington, man. 94 overall goalie. Ovi and Backstrom are still really, really solid players. There was no winning that situation any way you looked at it. There's our point totals. Hannafin had 3 points. Tyler Johnson had 3 points. A lot of guys with 2. DiGiuseppe, Lindholm, Teravainen, Rask, Zykov had 2 points in 3 games. So he came back he came back and was straight fire, so pretty good for him. Williams, Nolan Patrick, and then everybody on our team had at least 1 point besides Brett Pesce and Hayden Fleury, so they were spreading out the points a good bit, but yeah, it was not good. Bishop, how'd you do? Yeah, 2.83, not great. Save percentage was okay, but that's probably just elevated because of that one shutout that he had. And that's all it'll end. Very short video today. Kind of somber, but yeah, I knew for a fact going into this playoff matchup it was going to be tough for us to win, and Washington just outplayed us. They outscored us, and they were good. Their defense was not great, but I think their offense was just a little bit too much for us to handle. I mean, they scored goals. They scored goals against us. No way, none looking at it. 2-0. That was just a goaltender duel. 5-3. They outscored us. We shut them out. Ben Bishop was stood in his head. 6-3. Alexander Ovechkin went off, and then Brandon Holtby shut us down. Holtby had 2 shutouts against us in that series, and then when we did lose those games, he let up 3, 3, and 4. You know, we did have the chances to score goals against them, but when we scored a bunch of goals against them, we just let in a lot of goals as well. So I think that's definitely our issue right there. Is we need to stop letting in goals. I think our bottom 6 and our top 6. I think our top 6 needs to get better, and we need to build a better bottom 6. To be honest, we need to cut down on those goal scoring threats. So unfortunately, that's how our season will end here in Carolina. We're out of money. Our arena is falling apart. We will lose our first playoff run here, 4-1 to the Washington Capitals. Might have to have a meeting with my owner, my boss, because we might have to, there might be some movement coming into place for this Carolina team next year. And by movement, I mean, I think we're moving to Canada, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe as always. Next time, we'll take it into the off-season and see what happens. Or possibly the soon-to-be Hartford Whalers.